So today we're going to draw a penguin. Now I like to draw penguins because we don't need any complicated shapes. You can make a penguin from almost any little oval shape. So I'm just going to show you how to start. So we're going to make like a potato shape, although it's going to be thinner at the top and fatter at the bottom. So some kind of like oval shape like this. Now remember, if your shape doesn't look like mine, that doesn't matter, because any shape can look like a penguin. So make your oval shape, and that's going to be the body of our penguin. Now you can see I've made mine a little bit thinner at the top, a little bit fatter at the bottom. Now I'm going to put on a beak, and I'll make the beak usually quite big and sort of pointing up, because I like it to look like my penguin is looking up. And I'm going to put the little line in the middle. Now this is probably the trickiest part. I'm going to make, starting here where the beak is, I'm going to make like a C over here, okay? And then from that part that I have stopped at, I'm going to come back to the body here. Now that is going to be the little black part of my penguin. This is his little tummy, and this is all white, and that part is going to be black. I'm going to give him a big eye, big eye. Remember, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. And then I'm going to make that little part, the little black dot. Now I'm going to give him his little wings. Now the simplest way to do the wings is just to make another little oval shape on the side of your penguin like this. But if you're feeling very adventurous, you can also just make like little surfboard shapes like that on either side of your penguin. Then the feet. Now I like to make my little feet point inwards, so I'm going to start like that and then make like a little M here. Those are for his little toes, and then I'm going to put that. So there's this one little foot and this one little M, and put that around there. Now that is my penguin finished. So he's very easy to draw, and I'm going to go over him with black pen. Now if you don't have black pen, that's really fine. You can just color your penguin with any kind of coloring material, crayons, oil pastel, black pen if you have, pencil crayon, or you can just leave it in pencil and just try a few others. So I'm going to color this part in black, going down like this, going over. Remember, we kind of go slowly with our black pen because we want to make our picture look beautiful with a black pen. So slowly I'm going to go over that beak, put that little mouth in, go over his eye. Now I've made a big round eye with a tiny black dot, but remember, you can make any kind of eyes you like. You want to give your penguin some eyelashes, of course you can. And the same with colouring. Just because I'm making mine real penguin colour doesn't mean we can't have like patterned penguins, or penguins with dots on, or penguins with stripes, rainbow penguins. You can make any kind of penguin you want, okay? And then here is my little wing, so I'm going to colour this wing in black as well. And I'm just using my black pen. Now this isn't a permanent marker, so I'm not going to use texture or felt pen when I colour in, because that will make this pen run. So if you are using just normal felt pen to draw with your black, just be careful what you use to colour next to it, because the pen runs. Unless you're using a permanent marker, a permanent black pen, and then the colour doesn't run. They are my favourites because you can use them for everything and use any kinds of art materials over them, and the black doesn't run into your picture. But I find if you use a black felt pen and then you use another coloured felt pen next to it, that colour will run, the black will run into that colour. So here's his little toes. And that's my little penguin finished in black pen. I'm going to rub out. Now I think this pen will be okay. Normally I like to wait a few minutes before I rub out so I don't smudge. So I'm just going slowly there just to check. No, it looks okay. I'm going to rub out. Yep, it seems to be okay. And you can leave your penguin just like that. So that's really what's quite fun about the penguin, is because there's no real colour. But I'm going to give him a little bit of a background. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to colour my penguin's face in. Just checking I've got rid of all my... And then I'm going to colour the little beak orange. Now I can't remember if a penguin has an orange beak or not, and I think some penguins do and some penguins don't. It just depends what kind of penguin you're doing. But I'm going to colour that orange just because I like a lot of colour. And then I've got grey pencil here, and I'm going to colour his little feet. And when I use pencil crayon, I like to push really hard so that you get really good colour. I like it to look really bright. Pushing really hard. Okay, now I've got a blue pencil crayon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a little line behind him here, and that's going to be the snow. And then I'm going to give him some clouds like this in the sky. These are my favorite kinds of clouds. They make me feel so happy, these silly little clouds. They're like little flower shapes. I just love them. Okay, maybe one over here. Okay, then I'm going to colour here. So I'm going to start next to my penguin, and I'm going to colour all over here with my blue pencil crayon. Now if you don't have any colouring materials at home, obviously you don't have to put this background in, but this just shows you what you could do if you have lots of colouring materials at home. Now when I get to the edges, because I'm using pencil, I just fade it out a little bit, fade it out, fade it out. So I start really dark next to my penguin and next to the cloud, and then I fade it out, fade it out. So then I look like a really fancy artist. And I'm going to do that all around my little penguin. So I'm not going to do it all right now in this video, because it's be a little bit boring for you to watch. So you can obviously go on and colour your own penguin any way you like. You don't have to do it anything like mine. This is just to show you how to go about it if you want to do it like this. But most of you have really good imaginations, and you don't need me to tell you how to colour. Now the only thing I wanted to show you is if you use your black pen and you just put a little bit of blue, your blue pen, your blue pencil crayon, you put a little bit of blue underneath your penguin like this, then it looks like he's been standing on that snow. You need to colour this first, or it won't look like that. And you can even put a few little, as if he came walking this way, standing over here. So when you put a bit of blue, it looks a little bit like the snow. So that's what you can do today to make your penguin. I hope that you enjoy it. Remember, you don't have to get that perfect oval shape. Any kind of shape will turn into a penguin. Thanks for watching.